This is being recorded, so if you're really sleepy, you can either just watch and breathe, which is totally great because I always say, in the start of almost all my yoga classes, if you can breathe, you can do yoga. You don't have to be super bendy and flexible. It is, seriously, breathing is absolutely the most important thing. So if you can breathe, which obviously you can because you're here watching, you can do yoga. So it will be recorded and I will stick it on my YouTubeyogi.com and I'll stick it on my Facebook page. So it's totally up to you. I hope you stick around. So today we're gonna do a little bit more poses. I know I have some friends watching that are beginners, don't worry. I'm gonna show modifications and then here's a couple quick options. So for anyone who I don't know that might be watching and I don't know your level, here's always a good option. All yoga teachers always say, hey, anytime we're going too fast, you need a break, go ahead and come down to child's pose position and you can rest your head on your hands, you can do a traditional child's pose. You're probably in your pajamas at home, so you know what? Sit in your chair and take a deep breath. It's okay, take a break. I will show some modifications quickly for when we do what's called chaturanga, which is when we do poses where we reach all the way up to the sky and we're inhaling and we're coming down to the ground, and this is forward folding, and then I'm doing a half lift, then we're folding again, planting our hands, coming back to a plank or a kneeling plank, lowering to the ground. This is chaturanga. I know not everyone can do that and get to the ground, and then we're coming up to a cobra and then up to a down dog. So I'm going to show you right now quickly using a stool how to do a couple things that you can do differently, or you can use a wall for planks and down dogs so you can still flow with us, use your modification. So this is a thing I give to patients all the time. If you can't do a plank yet all the way down on the ground with all weight bearing, use a stool. Use a wall, which is make-believe right now, obviously. Use a wall and just back up from that wall, and you're still gonna feel your abdominals engaged, you're still gonna get strengthening, you still can work on those starfish hands and engage in the arms and feeling these muscles tighten, so it's all good stuff. So that can be your version of plank, and then as we fold forward, go ahead and fold forward with us, and then again, when we're in down dog, if you feel comfortable doing down dog because you're not on your knees, go into your down dog. If you're still like, yeah, it's a shoulder issue, maybe you can do it a down dog version like this. Still getting great length through your hamstrings, still getting some strength in your shoulders, and maybe it's not so much that it's aggravating your shoulders. So there's a couple different ways that you can do those higher level yoga poses. And just a reminder, if we do sit later, extra yoga mat, or this is just a little quilt, I fold it over a couple times for sitting. You can put it underneath. Because at the end I said I would do some meditation. So we'll be sitting for a while, so you might want to grab something like that and have it handy. It's just a little quilt. All right. So let's get rolling. A lot of the poses, I'm gonna be facing you guys so you can see how I'm bending and things. So I'm gonna be perpendicular to you. So line yourself up so obviously you can watch me, but I'll try and turn and explain things. But generally there's a lot of things that I'm gonna be perpendicular to you, okay? So go ahead and lower yourself down to the mat. Start with some breathing. My feet are flat, knees are bent. Palms are on the ground. Collarbones open, shoulders are nice and heavy on the mat. Hips are relaxed. Take a nice deep breath in through the belly. And exhale it out. Since so many of you said you were so tired this morning, let's roll out our back. So just bring your knees up and just grab onto those knees, and let's just make little circles on the ceiling. Kind of roll your back out. It's a nice way to warm your back up and just ease into some of these movements we're gonna do. While you guys are rolling out, I'm gonna dim my overhead lights because I feel like I have a spotlight right in my eyeball. So just keep rolling out your back for a second. These are all logistical things you figure out, you know, as you go. Whew, better. All right, let's stretch our legs out nice and long on the mat. Take a nice deep breath, reaching those fingertips up towards the sky, all the way back behind you. Stretching fingers and toes in opposite directions, and then exhale and snow angel those arms around. I'm gonna show a modification for people with shoulder issues. We're all gonna reach up towards the sky. If you have shoulder issues, lead with your elbows. You don't have to lead with your fingertips. And then only come out as far as you can as we exhale and all snow angel around. So just shortening that lever arm of your arm. Go ahead and one last time. Inhale, reach up again, bend if you need to so that you're not getting some discomfort in your shoulders. Reach all the way back, stretch fingertips and toes in opposite directions. Exhale, snow angel those arms around. Let's bring our feet back to flat on the mat and step out wide to the edges of your yoga mat, or just wide on your carpet if that's what you're doing, that's cool. Go ahead and spread your arms out like a T from your shoulders. Take a nice deep breath in. And as you exhale, let your knees fall over to the right, and then just gently turn your head to the left. Inhale back up. Exhale over to the left, turning your head in the opposite direction. I call these windshield wipers to my PT friends. I don't know what you guys call them, but I think this is a nice way to warm up a low back for patients too. So if you ever see windshield wipers in my notes, that's what I mean. They have their legs wide and they're just gently turning to warm their back up. Hopefully if someone like Nick, if you're watching, I hope that cracks you up. All right, one more time. Go ahead and inhale back to center. Let's stretch our legs out long. Exhale it out. Take a nice big inhale and bring that right leg in. I like to grab my knee when I'm going to hug it in underneath the knee joint. When you press down here, it's a little bit, more aggressive on the joint. Why beat up on our old knee joints if we don't have to? And exhale and roll your ankle. Take another nice big inhale. Change directions with your ankle as you exhale. One more inhale. And exhale and stretch it out long. I know I have some friends watching with knee problems. That's why I probably am hypersensitive to it. Inhale, reach that left leg in, hug it in. You know who you are. Exhale. I've joined your party, by the way. It's a whole other story. Exhale and roll your ankle out. Inhale, change directions with that ankle. And exhale it out. One more inhale, change directions. And exhale, stretch that leg out long. Let's take one more nice long whole body stretch. So inhaling, reaching up towards the sky, fingertips and toes reaching in opposite directions. And exhale and snow angel those arms around. Go ahead and roll onto your side. These are pretty common warm-up things that a lot of yoga instructors do. We do a lot of these things in PT. And hopefully some of you now are familiar with these so you feel more comfortable. Always remind you that your wrists should be under your shoulders, your knees underneath your hips. Starfish hands, so those hands are active. And then just a little reminder, doing that little twist, think about opening a jar. Your hand isn't moving, but when you put some kind of pressure into your fingertips, you should feel those muscles engage, all right? So whenever your hands are down, kind of think about that. So let's do a little cat-cow. We're gonna look up as we inhale, let that belly just hang down, tailbone comes up. Exhale, let your head and jaw and neck relax, let them hang to the earth, and just keep rounding, rounding, rounding your back. And then inhale, coming up again, crown of the head and tailbone are leading. Let that belly just relax. Exhale, crown of the head now is reaching towards the ground, relax the jaw and neck. Try to think of your spine as little 1-inch segments, all the way from your tailbone all the way up to the base of your skull, so that when you're moving, go ahead and now move with your own inhales, coming into this position where you're looking up and tailbone is up, and your own exhales. But those spinal segments that I was mentioning,
try to think about moving a little bit from every part of your spine. We see as PTs a lot of times people move habitually from one area of their spine just because their spine maybe is trying to avoid moving from another place, or it's a habit that you've done for years at your job. But guess what? Those spots that have to take the brunt and the stress of all that movement are the ones that break down and wind up having issues later. So try to really open and lengthen and think about your spine lengthening and opening at each one of those segments just a little tiny bit. I know I move a ton from my thoracic, and I wish I could move more from my lumbar, so I'm working on that. One more time. Exhaling as we stretch it up, tucking that tailbone, relax the head and neck, stretch, stretch, stretch. And then inhale, come on up. All right, we're gonna warm ourselves up a little bit, and then we're gonna get moving. So with an inhale, pull these muscles in and brace. And then stretch that arm out. I'm cracking up to myself right now, Mary, about the bracing, I know. Reaching long through the heel. Abdominals are active to just keep us from tipping over, and reaching through those fingertips in opposite direction. Keep breathing. Let's take another breath here. And as you exhale it out, lower down. Nice slow movements, guys. Inhale, stretching out that arm. I like to really engage this foot first and this leg. You'll see all the muscles turn on before I lift. Otherwise, you're going to be super wobbly and you're not really using the muscles. You're not getting stronger. So think about engaging the muscles. Think about moving slowly. Think about the breath, always leading the movement. One more inhale. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Notice I'm extending that leg and being conscious about actively using that leg slowly. And you'll notice too, you guys, you may have one side that's more wobbly than the other. That's okay. No two sides are the same. Long through the spine, long through the crown of the head, reaching fingers, reaching through that heel, stretching through that heel. One more breath. Exhale, lower it down one more time on the opposite side. Inhaling and reaching. Think about those fingertips planted. You engage in those muscles sort of underneath that shoulder blade, that armpit area, stretching long. One more breath. Exhale it out. Let's do a little child's pose. I like to walk my hands a little bit further forward. I also like to round a little bit as if I'm in that cat position from cat-cow, because I get more of a stronger stretch in my low back. So take a nice deep breath in. Exhale and stretch it back. Again, if you can't reach the ground, just use your wrists in your hands as a little pillow. Grab a sweatshirt or something, tuck it underneath there. But the idea is eventually to get your forehead to the ground. It's more grounding. It's more relaxed. You can actually hang out here then and get the benefits of a nice long stretch through the low back, the sacrum. Take a nice big deep breath here. Try to push that air into your low back and then exhale it out. Let's inhale up to a tabletop position. We're going to do a couple lunges here in a kind of half tall kneeling. So inhale and bring that foot between your hands. Again, if you need to use something to modify, you can't be on your knees, totally fine. I'm just going to grab my handy dandy stool for people real quick. So kind of scoot that back a little bit. Take something next to you like this. If you can't kneel, you could work on it with a chair or a stool and just do it in this position. So you're getting a nice stretch anyway in your hip flexors, which is really important. You're still working on all that strength. So, and if being on your knee, if you think you can do it, but you just need extra cushion, just a reminder, quick thing to do with your yoga mat, fold it over, tuck that cushy part under the knee that bugs you, all right? I'm gonna scooch this out, or I'm gonna keep working my way back to my screen. All right, we're set. Ankle under knee. Inhale, reach up, spine is long, crown of the head is reaching to the sky. Exhale here, relax the shoulders, relax the jaw, look in between the hands. One more inhale. Exhale, hands are coming to heart and we're going right into a twist. So we're rotating over. You may or may not touch the knee. That's okay. Go where you feel comfortable. Don't ever force, especially with your spine. So your goal is to get here as we exhale. Let's take another inhale here. And as we exhale it out, slowly uncoil. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, coming back to heart center. Rotating over. Trying to move a little bit from all segments of our spine again. So don't force yourself to get here. You'll get here gradually. It's all good. And again, your two sides won't be the same, just FYI. You might be like super awesome on one side and then be like, oh, I can only go so far on the other. We're inhaling and reaching up. Exhale. One more rotation. I think this feels awesome. I ran yesterday, FYI, and my hips are a little tight, so coming back to center and inhaling. Exhaling, folding back to the earth. Step it back. Inhale, opposite foot comes between the hands. You can always kind of grab and scooch your foot forward, by the way, if you need to too. No big deal. You're in your PJs or whatever in your own house, right? Do it how you want. Just be safe and follow your breath. So we're going to inhale. Come on back up. Get yourself set up however you need. Fix your yoga mat, whatever you have to do. If this is your side of your knee that's not loving being knelt on. And exhale. Rotating to that opposite side. We're going to take a breath here. Inhale. And exhale, slowly releasing. Inhaling, reaching up. Looking between the hands, relax those shoulders, relax the jaw. Be active in those feet, so a little bit of pressure through those feet. One more breath. Inhale. Exhale, hands come to heart, and we're going to rotate again. Nice and slow. Maybe reaching the knee, maybe not. It's all good. Another breath here. Exhale and release back to center. Inhale, reach up. Abdominals are working. Spine is long and open. Relax the shoulders, relax the jaw. Exhale. Hands to heart, one more rotation. Hopefully feeling some nice stretch maybe in that leg that's planted down on the knee and from that hip. It's a good hip flexor stretch. One more breath. Exhale back to center. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold and plant your hands. And then go ahead and step it back. Let's circle one time in both directions just to warm our hips and low back up a little bit. Take a nice big inhale, and then as you exhale, I'm pressing through my right hip and trying to almost scoop and make just like the letter U or a big circle, kind of coming back towards child's pose, rotating over that other hip and coming back to the front as I exhale. Take a nice inhale, and exhale it out as you press back and kind of roll it out. Exhale, one more breath. Exhaling as you press it back. Inhaling as you come up, change directions. Exhale as you press it back to the left. Hopefully feeling some nice stretching along the hip, maybe the ribs. Inhale and exhale. One more time, exhale. Nice. Okay, let's step to the front of your mat. So again, I'll be kind of perpendicular to you guys. So you're going to be facing me at the end of your mat and doing everything I'm doing, if you can. Again, child's pose is an option. Taking a break and just breathing and sitting, all good stuff. So let's inhale and reach up, look up. Exhale, hands are coming down, heart center. Spine is long, crown of the head is reaching. Soften the knees this time as much as you need. Grab your elbows, so I'm hugging my elbows like this. They're totally loose and relaxed. We're gonna hang out here and just allow a little bit more stretching in the hamstrings and low back. Just shake it out a little bit, nice and gentle. Allow the head and neck to hang. And then with your knees still soft, release the hands and let them find the earth. Bend as much as you need, you guys. We're just warming up. Inhale, draw those abdominals in, lengthen through the spine, lengthen through the crown of the head. Exhale, soften and fold. Soften the knees. Inhale, pressing through the heels. Nice and slow and easy, coming all the way back up, looking up, reaching up, and exhaling, hands to heart. Warming up, guys. Nice job. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, folding. Spine is long, reaching through the crown of the head. Abdominals are pulling in to support the spine all the way down to the earth. Plant the hands, relax the head and neck. Soften. I don't mind if you're like this. Do what you need to do. Don't overstretch your hamstrings. Inhale, lift, press into those shins, pull those abdominals in, lengthen through the crown of the head. Exhale, plant the hands and fold. Inhale, soften those knees, pressing through those feet. Nice and slow, we're inhaling all the way up, one segment at a time in the spine, reaching up, looking up, exhaling, hands to heart. We're going to step back for a high lunge to get a little bit more warm up in the legs, and then we're going to move through some asanas. So let's do mountain pose just so that you can connect to those feet a little bit. Palms are facing forward, spine is long, reaching tall through the crown of the head. I'm going to close my eyes because that allows me to really tune into my feet and be grounded in my feet. If you are a little leery of that because of balance, that's okay. Obviously you can watch the video, but you can listen to my words, whatever you're comfortable with. So draw your attention to your feet. Allow yourself to just gently rock forward into the balls of the feet, backward into the heels, nice and slow and gentle. And now move that movement a little bit. Shift to the outer edges of your feet and then roll into the balls of the feet and then shift to the outer edge of the opposite foot and then back to the heel, making a little circle, becoming aware of what it feels like to have good contact. Maybe you're feeling some warmth now underneath those feet. Change directions. Shift your weight now and kind of roll to the outer edge in the opposite direction of your little circle you were making. And then go ahead and find when you feel like you're centered, your weight is equal in your feet. Take a moment to just be aware of what it feels like. All the toes are touching, all the bones under the balls of the feet, the outer edge of the heel, the inner edge. Take a nice deep breath in and exhale it out. Take a moment here to just set an intention for ourselves while we feel nice and grounded and connected to the earth. Perhaps it's just peace. Perhaps it's feeling calm. Perhaps it's more kindness. Mine is going to be grateful. All right, so gently open your eyes, step back to the front of our mat. So that warm feeling that you had and that connectedness to the earth and really feeling really engaged and connected to the earth through the foot. When I tell you whichever foot you're going to have your weight in and then step back, I always want you to kind of connect and feel that warmth and feel those bones and really feel connected to the earth in whatever your stance leg is going to be. So right now we're going to make sure that we have our weight in our right leg, and so I'm just actively turning all those muscles on, kind of wrapping the muscles around the bones, thinking about my feet being engaged all the way up to my glute muscles. I am not locking my knee is soft. We're going to take a nice big inhale, reach up. Bring hands to heart as you exhale, and that left leg is going to step back to a lunge, okay? So, a couple things. Again, use that chair if you need to. Use that stool if you need to. The other day I mentioned all my blocks are at the hospital where I work, so I have this little half foam roller that works. If you want to order a block online, they're about half the height of this, and they're really great because the idea of a block is to bring the earth up to you. It really actually enhances your yoga practice, so I really do like to use them. So ankle is under the knee. That leg is super active. I'm stretching long through that leg. I'm stretching through that heel. My quad and hamstrings and glutes are all firing. We're gonna inhale and reach up. If you're holding onto a chair, you just reach up with one hand. It's all good. Relax the jaw, relax the neck. Exhale here. You may feel, again, when we do this, one side might be sturdy, one side might be wobbly. It's okay, spine is long, really reaching through that back heel. Hopefully you're feeling some muscles here working, that's our goal. One more inhale. Exhale, bring hands to heart. Lean over that front leg a little bit. Soften that back knee and you can kind of kickstand your way up or step back to the front. Opposite side, so engage through that left foot. Turn those muscles on as we inhale and reach up. Exhale, hands coming to heart, and we're stepping back to that lunge. Again, hang on to whatever you need to. It's all good. Inhale, reach up. I think I said all good like 10 times already today. That must be my new phrase. Again, active, reaching, spine is long, crown of the head. Relax those shoulders, relax the jaw as you exhale. One more breath here. Hands can be higher as long as you feel like you're not pulling them out of your sockets. Go where you're comfortable. If you have shoulder issues, this is totally fine. This is totally fine. This is totally fine. You're still getting such good strength and balance work. Do what's comfortable for you, please. I'm gonna stop being bossy and I'm just gonna keep telling you to breathe. How about that? One more inhale. Exhale, start to lean over that front leg. Soften that back leg so that you can use it to press yourself back up. All right, we're gonna start folding and moving into some planks and stuff, so get yourself ready. If you decided you wanna use a chair to do your planks, go ahead and grab it. So we're gonna inhale, reach up. Exhale, we're folding, hands coming through center, spine is long, reaching through the crown of the head all the way down. Soften those knees as much as you need. Relax the head and neck. Inhale, half lift, pressing into those shins, stretching long again. Exhale, planting the hands. We're getting ready to step back to either a plank or kneeling plank. Take an inhale here. Exhale, lower, active hands, brushing the rib cage along those elbows. Inhale, baby cobra. Try to stretch long through the crown of the head, squeezing those elbows and shoulder blades together and down the spine. Inhale, tuck the toes up to a tabletop or all the way to down dog. Looking between the knees. Heels are reaching back. We can walk the dog here, guys. That's kind of a nice way to warm up. So just inhale up to one. And then exhale down. Inhaling and exhaling. Kind of a nice calf stretch. Lets you sort of get used to. People think down dog is hard. It's actually a resting pose. But I get it that it is hard in the beginning. It's all good. Looking between, I said it again, between your knees. All right, one more breath here. Think of those active hands. See if you can get those muscles to engage through here by doing that little pretend jar opening move, all right? Inhale up to toes. Exhale, soften the knees and look between the hands. Tiptoe to the front of your mat. Arrive in a half lift. We're inhaling here and pressing. Exhaling, softening, folding. Soften the knees, press through those feet. Inhale, reach up, look up, all the way up nice and slow. And exhale. Good job. A couple more of those, and then we're going to move into some poses. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Plant the hands. We're stepping back. Take a nice inhale here. Exhale, fold. Come all the way down to the earth. Inhale, squeeze those shoulder blades, stretch long through the crown of the head as you lift. Exhale, press it back to down dog. Looking between the knees, let's take a nice deep breath here. Exhale it out. One more breath, active hands. Exhale it out. Inhale up to tippy toes. Exhale, look to the front of your mat. Practice stepping if you want. This time a little bit bigger step. Inhale, lift. Exhale, fold. Soften, inhale, pressing through the feet, nice and slow. Reach up, look up. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, lift, reach up. Exhale, folding. Inhale, lifting. Exhale, fold, plant the hands, step back to kneeling plank or regular plank. Inhale here. Exhale, lowering, keep those elbows hugging tight. Inhale, squeezing those shoulder blades as you lift through the crown of the head. Exhale, down dog. Let's take a breath here. Active hands, inhaling and exhaling. One more breath, inhale. Exhale. Okay, so you guys are gonna have to take a peek at me. We're doing something new. I'm gonna inhale and I'm going to lift my left leg off the earth, stretching long through that heel. Great work for your abdominals, tough on the shoulders, so come off if you have to. Now I'm gonna rotate my hip open. I'm gonna bend that knee and I'm gonna let my foot dangle and hang. I'm looking under my left armpit while I'm balancing and relaxing that foot, letting it hang. Inhaling and bringing it long again, stretching it long through the heel. Abdominals are really engaged as I exhale and slowly lower it down. Opposite side. Inhale, reaching that leg up. My whole leg is active. My foot is at a 90-degree angle at the ankle and I'm really reaching through the heel. Bend that knee, rotate and open. Hello. So it's all good if you're just watching and not trying this yet. More advanced. Stretch that heel out long. Inhale, and then exhale, slowly lower it back to the earth. Inhale, tippy toes. Exhale, step to the front of your mat. Arrive in a half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, soften and press all the way up. Look up, reach up. Exhale, hands. Inhale, reach. Exhale, fold. Inhale, half lift, stretching long. Exhale, fold, step back to your plank. Take a nice inhale here. Exhale, lower, chaturanga. Inhale, lift. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, we're lifting that left leg again, reaching long through that heel. We're gonna exhale, new pose for some of my beginners. Watch me, I'm pulling that knee in towards my abdominals. I'm squeezing my abdominals and I'm reaching my foot all the way through. If you can't get it there, you help it. No biggie. Your goal is to get here, guys. Drop that back heel, heel to heel alignment for warrior one. So walk yourself up your knee if you have to. Get length and press through that back heel. We're gonna inhale, arms come up, fingertips touch. We're just looking right between our hands. Relax the shoulders. This leg's really active helping. This one is long, pressing through that heel. Take a nice deep breath. Exhale, hands start to come to the heart. They fold down. That back foot comes up to the ball of the foot to help balance. We're going to a plank or kneeling plank, so choose what you're gonna do. Stretch it out long, get in that plank position. Inhale, exhale, lower down. Inhale, lift, baby cobra. Exhale, down dog. Take a breath here. Exhale it out. Active left foot, engage that leg. We're gonna inhale, right foot's coming up long through that heel. Exhale, squeeze those abdominals. Bring that knee in as close as you can because you're gonna step it all the way between the hands. Always okay to hook it and grab it. Plant that left heel, heel to heel alignment. That back foot is at a 45-degree angle. Walk up your leg if you have to get here. And when you're ready, inhale, reach it up, look in between the hands. Exhale, relax the shoulders. Might notice a difference on each side. Long through that heel and the back leg. This front leg's active. Maybe check to make sure your ankle's under your knee. Still breathing. One more breath here. Exhale, hands come in front of the heart. We're reaching all the way down to the earth, folding down, planting the hands. Get ready to step back to a kneeling plank or plank. Inhale here. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift, baby cobra. Exhale, down dog. Take a nice deep breath here. Exhale it out. Inhale up to toes. Exhale, tiptoe, walk or step to the front of your mat. Arrive in a half lift, stretching long as you inhale. Exhale, fold. Inhale, soften the knees, press through the feet, come all the way up, look up, reach up. Exhale, hands to heart. So that's a little bit closer to a sun salutation for you guys. So for my beginners, that was a big step. So nice job. Let's work on tree. It's one of my favorite balance poses. I know it's a challenge for some of you, but that's the whole point. So in the clinic, we see tons of people with balance issues that don't even realize they had them. So it's a great thing to practice. Plus, I think it's fun. Some key things. Once, if you don't know tree and you have to watch me, that's fine. If you know tree, remember, find your drishti. So find something. I should put some more cool stuff here so you guys have something to look at. It's your focal point. You don't want to look at me because if I'm wobbling, you're going to wobble. So find a spot. You can listen to my voice. Focus, okay? So find that mountain pose again. Make sure you feel like your feet are hips width apart and you feel like your weight is equal between each side. Let's shift our weight into our right leg and engage those muscles again. Don't lock the knee. Spine is nice and long. And then you can do what I call like a little kickstand. So you can just do heel to ankle. You can bring your sole of your foot to your calf. Never to your knee joint, please. That's hard on your knee joint. For those of you that have done it before, I like this because it really helps me open up my hip. Find what works for you. Find that drishti. Stop watching me now and just find that drishti. Focus on being grounded as we inhale and reach our hands up to tree. I should probably not watch myself either, right? Still breathing, feeling that warmth and groundedness in your feet. That's why we tuned into that. Long through the crown of the head. Should feel like you're really just floating here. Keep breathing. One more inhale. Exhale, hands come together to the heart. You can help lower that foot back down. Shake it out a little bit. I like to do one fold kind of in between. So let's inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, plant the hands, soften the knees, press through the feet. Inhale, come up nice and easy. Exhale, hands to heart. Find that mountain pose. Opposite side now. So really engage that foot again. Engage those muscles around the bones. Don't lock the knee. Come to a kickstand. Choose maybe this level this time. I'll model this one. Feels wobbly to me. Find that drishti. Stop watching me. All right. Inhale, reach up. Let your arms just float up. Feel that warm sensation under your feet. You're grounded. Your body's light and long. It's floating. Nice. Breathe. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Allison, I feel like you have an awesome tree right now. I can just see it. Exhale. One more inhale, guys. Exhale, hands to heart. Lower that foot back to the earth. Nice. Okay, so we're going to work our way back down to the mat to do a few stretches in Shavasana. Time has flown. I'm having a blast with you guys. Hopefully you've woken up. Let's just ease ourselves back down to our mat. Let's stay in the seated position for a little bit, just a little bit more abdominal work. First, let's do another seated cat-cow, which you can do in your chair. Just bring your hands together and just come up and down as we do it here. So inhale, opening up the heart to the sky. Just feel your back arch. Don't force it. Do what it wants to do. Exhale, round, soften. Let your back stretch out. Feels awesome, right? Inhale, come on back up. Open up that heart. And exhale this time, just come about halfway down. Feel your abdominals engage a little bit to just help stabilize you here. as you take your hands off your knees. It's totally fine to start here. We're gonna move into boat. This is a great way to work on your abdominals. Try not to clench through your hips and have your hips do the work. Try to think about your abdominals working and staying long through the spine and the crown of the head. Exhale it out. Inhale, go ahead and lift a foot if you'd like to. This is fine. You can maybe do two. What I don't want is for you to rock way back. Try to stay up on those sharp sits bones. If you feel like you can lengthen, boy, my hammies are tight. You can go ahead and lengthen for another breath here. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift it up. Exhale, round all the way back. Let's do one more. So come to that tall seated position. Hang out here, hang out here. We're gonna inhale, lift if you're ready and able. Lengthen if you're able as you exhale. Shaking's good, shaking's good. It gets rid of emotions. Let it shake. Shake it out. Isn't that a song? Shake, shake something. All right. Lower those feet. One more inhale, opening. Exhale, rounding. And then go ahead and let yourself come all the way down to the mat. Nice job. I feel warm. Hopefully you guys do. Stretch your legs out long. Inhale the right knee into the chest, grabbing underneath. This time take your hand, wrap it around the outer part of your knee. We're going to do a nice twist. Pull that leg all the way across the opposite direction. Open that arm up to a T and turn your head towards that arm. It's a really nice twist for your low back, your hip. Release the shoulders, let them be heavy. Relax the jaw. Take a nice big inhale. And as you exhale, let go. Release those hips. Let your knees sink. Couple more breaths here on your own. On each exhale, letting go. Sinking into the earth. Relaxing. Go ahead and draw your knee in towards your belly button a little bit as you roll your head back to midline, and exhale, stretch that leg out long, opposite side. Inhale the left knee in, reach across to the outer part of the knee. Stretch that opposite arm out long like a T from the shoulder as you twist and bring that knee to the opposite side. Turn your head and turn it towards the extended arm. Take a nice deep breath in. Exhale it out. Shoulders are heavy. Release the hips. Let that knee sink towards the ground. Few more breaths. As you exhale, letting go. Relax the head and neck. On your next inhale, begin to roll your head and knee back towards center, and exhale and stretch that leg out long. We're going to roll out one more time our low back and move into Shavasana. So you can either do the roll that we did before, or if you want to try a new pose, my beginners, I don't think we did this in our class, so this will be cool. It'll be new for you. We can add it hopefully when we're all back together in person. You can either grab the inner part of your arch, you can grab the outer part of your foot. I kind of like it myself more there. I'm giving some active pressure through my feet into my hands, and I'm also pulling my hands down, kind of equal and opposite. The idea is to open up those hips. So don't force it, be gentle. It's called happy baby. If you think about it, babies do like to do this. I don't know that you can stick your toe into your mouth like babies do. Maybe you can. You can rock. It feels awesome on your low back, but do what feels good to you. Sometimes, for whatever reason, being stable feels really good. Sometimes rocking feels really good. So try both. It's a nice way to just loosen up the hips and the back. Take one more nice deep breath in. Exhale it out. Gently bring those knees back together. Stretch your legs out long, one at a time. Preparing for Shavasana. So if you'd like, I'm going to scoot back here. If you'd like, grab a sweatshirt or a blanket or something and throw it over you because we're going to be here for a little bit. You might feel a little chilly because you've been doing some work and moving. So when you find your comfortable position, some little tips for people: knees together sometimes relaxed feels good on the back. But this is kind of traditional Shavasana, corpse pose is what it's called. So your legs fall open, palms are up towards the sky, the arms are relaxed a little bit away from the body. Take a nice deep breath in. Exhale it out. Your legs are relaxed on the mat. Spine is long. Collarbone is open. Shoulders are relaxed and heavy on the earth. Relax the jaw. Return to your normal breath. And just rest. I'll put on some quiet music. I'm going to return to a seated position and meditate while you're in your Shavasana. And then we'll all return to a seated position in a little bit. to roll your ankles, roll your wrists. When you're ready, roll onto your right side, using your hands as a little pillow for your head. And just notice the sensation in your body. A sense of calm and peace. The balance. Allow this just to assimilate into your body. Grateful for just having movement and time to rejuvenate. And when you're ready, take your time, find your way back to a seated position. Can be in a chair, that's fine. Can be legs out long. Nice job, everybody. I know this was some more advanced poses for some of my beginners. You guys can always let me know how you think it went, ask any questions. I guess that's the cool thing about Facebook, you can just message back and forth. Let's take a nice deep breath in. Reaching up to the sky, lengthening through our spine, hands come together as we exhale. And we find our hands in front of our heart, bowing forward. Close your eyes. And let's all just take a moment to be grateful for health. Grateful for family, grateful for friends, and grateful for all those who are working so hard to keep us all safe. Thank you for spending this time today to learn a little bit more about yoga, hopefully a little bit more about yourself and tuning into yourself. Have a great day, everybody. Namaste. Thanks, guys. So I'm going to also do a little meditation. If you want to grab some more coffee, run to the bathroom quick, grab some water. I'm going to take a sip of my water. I'm going to do meditation just sitting. I'll show you a couple things in a minute about how to prop yourself to be comfortable. You can totally do this meditation sitting in a chair, so that's awesome. Sit in your chair. And just a couple things.